Right. Yeah, very good. Let's talk about the centers.
Mm-hmm.
How important do you think centers such as the Planck Center at Alabama and the Page Center at Penn State, how important are these things to the industry? And what should we be doing?
Right. Funding them more than we are currently to start. They're critically important. I think anytime, this profession more than most is kind of going under its own momentum, but we haven't done enough to build up an infrastructure, a base of knowledge that future leaders in this profession are going to be able to draw from. I'm constantly, looking back at historical points in time, what happened back then. A lot of that doesn't exist, and just having resources that are going to be able to say that, I think I can tap into the Planck Center because I've got a leadership issue, maybe organizational issue that I've got to tackle as a leader in my organization, and what has happened historically there. So there are some resources out there, but there aren't enough. So the data and the knowledge that we're going to be able to pull in together through these two centers, I think, are going to be critically important. Same thing for the Institute of Public Relations. They're all should be encouraged. They're all underfunded, and we have to find ways of really beefing up what kind of support that they're getting.
Yeah, I'm hopeful in the future that the Planck Center and the Page Center will be able to collaborate on some things, but it's very interesting to hear about the leadership. I think it's about, Jack Coton was talking about it last evening. There's a booklet that they're trying to put together about leadership, or you wanted to
right, correct,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Page Center and the oral history collection that will be online and searchable by students and scholars. So, hopefully we're beginning to build that base for the future.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting. I think what both centers are going to be bringing to the profession, and it's just so critically important. That's the other thing I try to tell the young people is go back. I know it's going to be boring to you at some times to go back and read about something as prehistoric as the Tylenol issue, but you do learn from it. And one thing you learn from it is times were different. That was the most brilliantly handled crisis communications event of maybe a 20 years period of time. Well, today, none of that would work in this environment. But you're going to understand, what's changed, and you're going to better understand why it's different today and why it has to be different if you understand the past.